Hi guys, welcome back to my XPS guide. Now I'm gonna review Rinora, so let's begin from his stats. I must say that he is quite good as a buffer, so let's compare him to Sylvie and Luna Freya. And like you can see that his stats maybe not as good as Sylvie, but I approve his stats, okay? Perfectly good with high defense, but I wish he has higher spirit than defense because spirit I think it is much more useful than the defense, and also because he is a buffer, you can easily make him into 100% physical evasion, okay? So you don't need that defense stats. But still, it's okay, I guess. And the good thing about physical evasion is he already has 15% physical evasion. Again, Sylvie has 20%, but still 15% is good, so it make you easy to gear him into 100% physical evasion, and he has 200% faster ABV rate and 3 LB crystals regen per turn. I must say it is nice because one of his strength is his limit burst, okay, and his fatal damage protection. It is nice to have this on a buffer, but it only happens when his health above 30%, not 1%, okay, so pay attention on that. And he also has minus 50% chance of being targeted. So if the enemy kind of like maybe ignore provoke, I'm not sure whether this passive can help him not getting targeted, but I guess maybe it helps him, okay, because it ignore draw attack, so it should attack other characters without this minus 50% chance of being targeted, okay. And he also has 10% magic and physical mitigation against human and machine on the first turn, which is useless. Okay, only lasts for one turn. What do you want to get from that? Okay, so enough about stats. Now let's take a look on his abilities. So he is good, okay, but what's good from him? The first is he can buff 180% all stats buff. It is his normal ability, so please don't complain yet. Because if you use his cooldown, he able to buff 230% all stats. Again, that's not enough. Do not worry because he has amazing limit burst. His limit burst gonna give you 250% defense and spirit buff, and those cannot be dispelled. Okay, you may say, what? That's not amazing because we already have that 250% defense spirit buff from other characters. I mean, alt buffers. Yes, I know, and you also want to complain. What about attack magic boost? Let me repeat, attack and magic boost are not important on today's meta. All characters, all top tier characters are able to buff themselves, okay? So this is good because this will give you 15% physical and magic mitigation when you fight against human and machine. Remember that this thing can be stacked with your damage mitigation and your normal physical or magic mitigation. So let's say you have 50% damage mitigation, you have 30% physical and magic mitigation. With this 15%, it is even better, okay? So this is his main strength because until now there are no buffer who able to give your parties buff like this, okay. And other than those defense spirit and machine human mitigation, he also able to give your party high physical mitigation, okay. He has 70% physical mitigation for 2 turns, so it can help you on a trial like King Behemoth. Okay, maybe summoning Golem every turn may be hard, okay, but with this, maybe you can kind of make that process easier, okay. Let's say you can use, by the 70% physical mitigation, you don't need to summon Golem, maybe, okay, I haven't tried this, but it should work. You don't need to summon Golem for 2 turns, and on the 3rd turn, when this buff duration already disappear, you can summon Golem, okay. And on the next turn, you may use, like, let's say Echo to refill your Esper, Gauge to full, and tada, you able to summon Golem again. And on the next 2 turns, you already able to use this again, so you don't need to worry about Golem. Okay, I believe that within 2 turns, you can fill your Esper Gauge with good chaining. Okay, so that's one of his usage. Another thing is he has 2 AoE physical evasion. So right now, if you miss Kimari and have problem against Chocobo Battalion, Rinora is your answer, because wow, 2 AoE physical evasion kinda make that Chocobo trial become easy. Okay, and he also able to give your party 40% damage mitigation right on the first turn. So I must say pretty good for a buffer, but I find some weakness. The first thing I don't like is he doesn't have health and MP regen or recovery. Maybe that's not that important, okay, but for me, I usually use Sylphie, and Sylphie is great because if your buffer have nice healing or regen, it may possible to ditch your healer. Another thing that make him bad is he doesn't have stats break and ailments resist. Sure, he has defense and spirit resist break, but what about attack and magic? You also want to have that on the battle, okay? And ailments. So yeah, if you bring him, you probably also need a healer, okay, who able to give you ailments resist. And sure, he can chain with Chaos Wave Awaken, but he only learns dual cast, and it is also non-elemental, so really his role as support chainer is out. Okay, so enough about his abilities. Now let's talk about equipment. So for equipment, what you want to achieve is to make him have 9 to 12 LB gauge per turn. Okay, so yes, his LB is amazing, but it requires 42 LB crystals, so it's quite a lot. But sure, okay, with 200% fast LB rate, I think you won't have any problem filling his limit burst using his limit burst every 5 turns. But if you simply want to be sure, then you need to have at least 9 LB crystals regen per turn. So within 5 turns, you already recover 45 LB, which is enough to cast your limit burst. And that's not that hard, because he already have 3 limit burst crystal regen per turn. So you only need to search for 6 more regen. You can get from Hat, Illusionist, Nicole. It is limited, but Arden's Hat. Okay, Arden's Hat is one of the best Hat Trust Mastery word on this game. Sure, it's kind of foolish because it increases your attack, but really what you want to get is the limit burst regen. Okay, if you have Ayaka's hairpiece, that's even better. Okay, suit him very well. And for accessory, you can equip that Rosa earring, and if you are veteran players, you can use Prodigy goggles. Okay, from I forgot the name. Okay, the big fish. I don't Calsus or whatever, I forget the name. Okay, and for abilities, you can equip Kimari Trust Mastery Word. It gives you 2 LB gauge return per turn. You can use Awaken Rain. So yes, basically make his limit burst crystals regen high, and then you are free to do what you want with him. Okay, maybe you want to make him into 100% physical evasion, you are good to go. Okay, and maybe you also able to make him into 100% physical evasion and 100% provoke. That's even better. Okay, so enough about him, about the equipment. My conclusion for Rinora. So he is really good buffer, but it is kind of niche. Okay, his full potential only realized when you fight against human and machine, and right now the strongest trial is beast type. Okay, so yeah, maybe you need some time until human and machine come to the trial. Okay, at that time I believe he can shine brightly. Okay, and for STMR, it is also very good. It is the best defensive cloth on this game, and 3 LB regen per turn is also nice. Okay, this cloth will be good for your support characters because they usually need LB regen to make sure they're able to cast their limit burst every time you need it. And for the Trust Mastery Word, it is also nice if you want to build effective health, physical effective health, okay, for tank, physical tank, etc. But again, not something I will chase, okay. And the thing I don't like about him is, yes, I have talked about this, he doesn't have healing capabilities. I know that sounds stupid, but it's simply hard to use this one when you have Sylvie, okay, unless you fight those enemies type which I just mentioned to you, okay. On normal situation you can use him, but you still need to bring your healer. So yep, I think that's all you need to know about Rinora. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Prep XPS guide. Bye bye guys!